Alright, you can see on the other side of the board, during his movement phase, he went ahead and moved his treeman up, and he did the Strangle Roots attack on my Knights Errant, and amazingly, it did nothing to me. But you can see he got tired of hanging out there in the background and went ahead and moved up, knowing I was going to charge him with my general. And then during his magic phase, not only did he move his Way Watchers away, then he did this fancy move of moving that woods twice and totally blocking off my ability to charge him. Never considered it. I just laughed. That was brilliant. I had nothing to do. By the time I got close enough that I could charge through the woods, he would be able to charge me. What a great move. I'm going to have to start a Wood Elf army and play that. That was just great. Wood Elf turn 3. Yeah, remember how I was going to countercharge with my Grail Knights? Well, they're dead. Yeah. So his Dryads absolutely tore my Pegasus Knights to bits, tore them up like they were nothing, overran and ran into the flank of that Men-at-Arms unit. And I was thinking I might be okay. I mean, I think they're going to do some wounds there, but I've got I've got some save, but they're skirmishers, so they don't negate ranks, so I still have static 5 on them. And I thought I would probably be okay during that turn. So on my turn 3, you can see I take the general and I charge his treeman. My general's outfitted with the killing blow on large targets, so that's what I'm hoping to get. I'm angling my small Knights Errant around because I really expect his War Dancers to come flying this way. And other than that, I position my Knights to try to, if he comes on that hill, to charge him. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot I can do. On this side of the board, tough decision here. Those Pegasus Knights, I wanted to fly into the flank of these Dryads. I was worried about failing my fear test, and so I almost charged his Warhawk Riders. And then I just said, no, I need to get a few wounds on these Dryads and help with that combat. And so I took the chance. I passed the leadership test, which is a miracle in and of itself, and I was actually feeling pretty good. Actually, at this point, I loved that he had moved his Way Watchers all the way across the board. They were still shooting at me. You can see I'm hiding my Grail Knight behind the house, but overall, I liked them not so close to the action. They were just really hurting me up close. So you can see that's far side of the board. Everything I have is dead. My skirmishing bowmen that were in the woods, I moved away from them just to get away from this darn Glade Guard. Yeah, so my Pegasus Knights fly in and don't do a single wound. They do nothing. And those Dryads tore into my Men-at-Arms like they were nothing. They ate me up. And then they turned around and tore into my Pegasus Knights and got a wound. So now I'm not even unit strength 5. Can't even count my flank bonus for them. And I look like a rubber ball. This is a weird picture. This at the end of my turn is when this picture was taken. So you can see my Pegasus Knights bounced off the Dryads and ran away. My Men-at-Arms bounced off and fled through that unit of Knights of the Realm. Because the Pegasus Knights broke in combat within 6 inches of those of my BSB's big unit of Knights Errant, it caused a panic test which I failed, and they ran away. They're at the bottom of the board. I didn't think about it at the time. When they broke, I was only down to unit strength 4, and so I don't know if it matters what unit strength is at the first of the turn or the end of the turn, but yeah, too late now, whatever. That battle tore me up. Yeah. So on his turn 4, apparently I was too befuddled to bother to take pictures, but he took those Dryads and charged into the flank of my Knights of the Realm, and this time he didn't kill many. He killed two of my guys, but I actually won combat. And he took his Warhawk Riders, charged my fleeing Pegasus Knights. I fled, flew over the hill, and he was on the other side of the woods. So that was beautiful because it allowed me on my turn to reform and have that hill in between us to protect me. So sorry about no pictures for their turn 4. So when I won the combat on their turn 4, I was down a couple guys, so I was down to 5 total, so I went ahead and reformed to get as many guys in contact as possible. So that's what that picture is. You can see on his turn 4 he also took his tree kin up and and move them forward. Now, so when I charged on my turn 3, I did not kill his Treekin. He did 1 wound on me. So his turn 4, he charged with his War Dancers, and he decided to give them an extra attack each. And what I was worried about was Killing Blow, and he amazingly whiffed with all those attacks and wasn't able to wound me. Or possibly that wound came from them. I don't know. But anyway, he was really kicking himself for not going for Killing Blow, just in case he would have got lucky there. But Killing Blow negating armor saves would have been a big deal, because I have a re-rollable 3-up save. So anyway, so he attacked me and didn't do much. I was able to attack his treeman again and got the Killing Blow on him, and anyway, won that combat on his turn. And we played the rules wrong. We counted all the remaining wounds on his treeman, even though I got Killing Blow. I think I should have got combat res equal to all those wounds, but instead we only counted it as 1. So we ended up breaking these guys. I don't remember if it was on this turn or next turn. But yeah, anyway, we broke them, so my general charged into the Glade Guard on my turn, and that lone remaining Knight Errant, did I mention he had a strong range phase? So he's been shooting the death out of my troops. So there's only one guy left, but he's passed all his panic tests, so he also joins that charge against the Glade Guard, and we demolish them. So turn 4, I take my those 5 Knights of the Realm are actually able to beat the Dryads thanks to my armor saves, but now they're hanging out in the open. They're about to get the living sin shot out of them. You can see I also take what the few guys left of these peasant archers and charge his Warhawk Riders. Because of the flank, only one can attack back. I think I have a chance to hold them up for a little bit. So that's how things looked at turn 4. My Trebuchet I was having a blast with. I was actually amazingly pretty accurate this game with guessing distances, and so I was aiming at his Way Watchers the whole time, guessing right on, and then just scattering here and there. But it was it was fun to actually be close and have that thing pose a threat at least. So his turn 5, he moves his Treekin up, moves everybody else, moves his Glade Guard up. On my turn 5, I made a mistake and actually backed my my men-at-arms up. I should have went ahead and just stuck there, but whatever. I backed up even though he could still charge me if he wanted to. If he did, I was just going to flee and then countercharge him with everybody else. You can see we're holding in combat with my peasants. My Pegasus Knights fly over because I really think his Warhawk Riders are going to win eventually, and they'll give me a countercharge. Or if I choose to, I might have the distance to help with that Treekin fight that's about to happen. Plus, I just wanted them away from his ranged attacks. So on my turn, you can see the Warhawk Riders won. My peasants fled. So with the last turn of the game, he takes everybody, moves them up, takes his Warhawk Riders, charges my Pegasus Knights, and this I had no choice but to hold here. But this is where I learned my lesson that at the first of the game I should have just held with them, because I think Pegasus Knights are just tougher than Warhawk Riders. Turn 6, he didn't do anything with his Treekin. He just turned him around and said, "Give me your worst." And then he shot everything. Everything. If you remember, there was a unit of Knights of the Realm there. There was also a Grail Knight. Yeah. Yeah. So he charged me. Looks like he did a wound. I killed one of his guys, and then I landed a stone on top of his lord's head. This is his Way Watchers. This is the route that's been my bane all game long. They're shooting like crazy. There's a noble and a lord. The lord's shooting out 4 shots a turn that ignore armor saves, strength 5, which again I'm not sure how we got that, but they've been my bane the whole game long. And I landed a stone on his lord's head. He failed his lookout sword roll, killed him and 2 other guys. And I think he was only like 1 or 2 away from failing his panic test. But, felt great. So at the end of the game, there we had it. We were, I charged his Treekin. I whiffed, he whiffed. We're just sitting there. We're locked in combat with my Pegasus Knights and his Warhawk Riders. He's got 2 units of Glade Guard and his Way Watchers over there. And my big BSB unit that fled because of when my Pegasus Knights got broken on combat, they never rallied and ran off the board. So we added up all the points, and he was probably had maybe 150 more points than me because of table quarters and stuff, but overall it ended up being a draw. So, real interesting game. Wood Elves are just an interesting army to play. But, yeah, I mean, I think I could have played it better, obviously. My opponent was saying he could have played it better, especially those war dancers using Killing Blow on my general would have made a big difference. But anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.